evening, fellow exorcists, and welcome to the lair of the film Exorcist. Tonight we will be taking a look at Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. A human child is adopted by a demon and sent to a demon school. He must now find a way to survive in the dangerous but fun world he has now entered. Now into my opinion. I can definitely say that this series has gotta be one of my favorite fish out of water stories of 2020. Now, this position was previously held by Rosario+Vampire, a great anime that still needs another season. Come on, I'm still waiting. Give it to me. Because I've been waiting 12 years, so get it done. I mean, really, they left us with a really big cliffhanger, which still aggravates me to this day. So yeah, all of you that are so mad about No Game No Life not getting a sequel after 6 years of waiting, how about waiting 12 years for a third season that at this point seems more like a pipe dream? I mean, I enjoyed it. Not many people might have enjoyed it, but I really did. And I am not going to read the manga just to find out what happens after they basically fight a huge vampire. Come on, guys. Make it happen. Give us a third season. Because I really miss this show. You could also give us a reboot like you did with Fruit Basket. I'm fine with that. Just give us more of Mocha. Now, I can definitely say that I walked into the show blindly and came out enjoying it a lot. So let's begin with the characters, starting with Iruma-kun, our main protagonist who gets sold to a demon by his very irresponsible parents. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are they really that irresponsible? Yes. You saw Timmy's parents in all the Fairly Odd Parents episodes, how irresponsible they were leaving their son alone to do all these fun things without him. You've also seen every anime dad in how they are terrible at parenting their kids and usually leave. They sold their son to a demon just so they can buy wine. Wow. Your son is not in your hearts, but a bottle of wine is? What is wrong with you? Now, I'm just waiting for season 2. When they come back, they try to get him so he can do housework again for them. Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. That's the usual trope for these kind of shows. Now, he's forced into a very high-ranked school despite being human and lacking any kind of powers. I will admit, during the first few episodes, I was worried that Iruma would end up stumbling through the story like Maple did in Beaufry, but turns out I was kind of wrong in a big way. Instead, he's able to get through each trial using the many talents that he had procured during his hard life as a working boy. Now, I don't know how he learned to tame a giant bird in the real world, but I'd like to learn that too. That would be really cool, and it would make it so much easier to get anywhere. Also, unlike Jiro from Urosuki or Are You Really the One That Likes Me?, Iruma is actually a really good kid who is willing to help anyone in need, and honestly, I can't find anything wrong with him other than his inability to say one word. No, whenever anyone asks him to do anything. I mean, it's not that hard. No is an easy word to say. Tell them no. Grow a pair. Come on, boy. Which, in a way, he kinda does, but that's a little secret between you and me. Until you read the manga or watch season 2, which hasn't come out yet. And also, I have heard a lot of people claim he is technically blue-haired Deku, which I can kinda see. I mean, just put a green wig on this kid, change his design a bit, and don't change his personality because he is exactly Deku's personality, and give him superpowers. Boom! Blue Deku! In a demon school. And I guess he's kind of almost as powerful as Deku, but let's remember, He gets his powers from his new grandfather through a ring. Yeah, Deku got it from hair, so this seems a lot more, I don't know, natural? I don't know. Oh, and he does have a lot of funny moments, especially when he's around the very Snape-like Kalgo. I don't know if I said that right, who seems to hate most of his students' guts. So yeah, whenever these two are on screen together, I really can't help but feel like I'm watching Professor Snape yell at Harry Potter again. And this guy just wants to be the best teacher and help his students, but he does it in a very mean way. Next, we have Alice, Aruma's first best friend who vowed to serve him on the first day of school, after he was defeated by Iruma, and he's been by his side ever since. I mean, who wouldn't want to be friends with the kid that suplexed you on the very first day? And now that I've started looking at characters from a My Hero Academia point of view, Alice kind of reminds me of InGen, in a way due to how noble he can be, but he also seems like a very careful guy, and he was also the valedictorian of the freshman class, and his familiar is a white Gorgon, which is really cool. I love Gorgons, just the best kind of snake monster in any show. And then we have my favorite out of the three, Clara, a very energetic, fun-loving girl who would be happy just spending her life playing with Iruma and Alice and eating candy. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat candy for the rest of their life and play? That is my dream right there. No work, no people messing with you, just a happy, happy life. Is that so much to ask for? Now, out of my top 3 waifus for this show, I'd have to say that Claire is one we should truly cherish, because she's just so childish that every scene is so exciting and you kinda want to see what she'll do next. I mean, even the show compared her to a baby, and out of the two, she won for cuteness. I mean, this girl is cuter than a baby. Dang, that is skill. And I loved every song that she'd sing with her family. I mean, yeah, the rhythm is the same for each song, but they're just so fun to listen to. And I kinda wish I had sung along with them, but I was a little too embarrassed, and they really show how much this family cares about each other. Man, I'm starting to really like this show a lot more now that I'm hearing myself say this. Now on to the story. I will say it's definitely very similar to Rosario+Vampire, but it does also have its own charms, like how it decided to change the trope of having almost every slice of life anime turn into either a romance or a harem anime, which is really nice for a change. And the story also feels very unique compared to other shows about the main character being placed in a superhuman school. I mean, even My Hero Academia had its obstacle course episodes, but really, there aren't that many classroom episodes compared to Demon School, where most of the episodes are focused on school activities like dodgeball and school clubs, which makes it feel like a true high school anime. Except in real life, you wouldn't have a game that actually could kill you unless you're playing extreme dodgeball, or you wouldn't have a club that could try to end the entire world, unless there's an evil club out there. Now, I also like the creative designs of some of the demons, like the show's version of Mineta, who is just as perverted as he is, but also he has a really cool half-human, half-owl design, or the pink one-eyed demon that pops up in every episode trying to seduce us. Yeah, you heard me say that. I have nothing against her. Now, I know this half of the video seems a lot shorter than my previous reviews, but really, that's just because there's so much in this show that you just have to experience for yourself. And the other reason is that I really don't know what else to say about this great show, other than the only other anime I can compare it to is that one Magin or Magi. I'll tell Silva and he can put it somewhere in this video, because it was a really good show. I think it was Maburo. Yeah, I forget. It was a really good show about a one-time wizard that can only use magic once or he dies. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I can't remember the name right now. So yeah, I'm giving this show a 10 out of 10, and I really can't wait for the second season to come out in 2021, so we can see what they do with Dark Iruma. And so, I highly recommend this show to anyone who is as big a fan of shows like Rosario+Vampire and My Hero Academia, and if you're just looking for a really good high school anime. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next week here on The Film Exorcist.